1, 2, 3.
Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun, and not a diagnosis. Hello my lovely alerts and welcome back to the Narc Alert. In this video, we're going to take a dive into Ruby Franke, the mother from the 8 Passengers family vlogging channel. The YouTube channel 8 Passengers is home to Kevin and Ruby Franke from Springville, Utah. They're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints. Their whole family is heavily invested in vlogging, and Ruby's sisters, including Ellie and Jared, Bonnie Holine, Beau Griffiths and Julie Giroux, Chad and Jennifer Griffiths, and their daughter Sherry. Ruby and Kevin's channel vlogs about the daily highs and lows of a Christian family of 8. Kevin, the father, is an environmental engineering professor at Brigham Young University. They began their channel in January of 2015 and now have over 2 million subscribers. Like so many family vlog channels, 8 Passengers is not without its share of controversies. One of the first and biggest to come to light was the time that Ruby refused to give her 5-year-old daughter school lunch. In a blog at the time, Ruby said the teacher had told her that she was uncomfortable with Eve going hungry and would prefer that Ruby drop by the school with Eve's lunch. Ruby responded that Eve was responsible for making her own lunches, and so the natural outcome is that she's going to be hungry, and she truly hopes that nobody gives the small child food throughout the day.
I just got a text message from Eve's teacher, and she said that Eve did not pack a lunch today, and can I bring a lunch over to the school? This happens quite often when you're raising children, because I know that her teacher is uncomfortable with her being hungry and not having a lunch. And it would ease her discomfort if I came to the school with a lunch. But I responded and just said, Eve is responsible for making her lunches in the morning, and she actually told me she did pack a lunch. So the natural outcome is she's just going to need to be hungry. And hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch.
Ruby truly believes that her children require no boundaries, and they seem to be simple props to make her look like the moral, upstanding mother that she proudly proclaims to be. She's filmed her little girls shaving their legs for the first time.
Lee has been asking all summer if she can shave her legs and armpits.
I think every girl has a story where they're in a rush, it will cut. So there's a lot of hair in there actually.
It's fine, don't show that.
Her young teenager Chad shaving for the first time.
You have whiskers, look at you.
You can see a little bit of the fuzz, a little coloring. The reason we want Chad to shave is because we are getting family portraits done tomorrow, and I just didn't want a shadow.
Their youngest child, Eve, was literally born into the vlog, with one of their first videos being her gender reveal. She's now 6 and has never known a single day that hasn't been broadcast on YouTube. In October 2020, the Division of Child and Family Services in Utah showed up to the Franke's house, about 1 week after viewers set up a Change.org petition. The workers visited with each of the children over the 2 hours that they were there. A letter from the DCFS, seen by Insider, said the case that alleged that Ruby was the perpetrator of abuse was closed because the claims were unsupportive. Their oldest son, Chad, has been the brunt of many of their harsher punishments. He was sent to a behavioral adjustment camp in the desert. When Chad returned from Anastasia, he had no bedroom, and after pulling a few pranks on his brother, they took away his bed for 7 months.
You guys saw that I took Abby's phone away
I still don't know how she hasn't gotten that bag.
Have I ever given something back less than 6 months?
I thought my phone was like a day.
My bedroom was taken away for 7 months, and then you give it back like a couple weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
Sleeping on a beanbag.
I've been sleeping on a beanbag since October, and they gave my room back like 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'll give you the reason why I lost my bedroom. I think so. I think this is the reason. At least this is the reason that's been in my head. It's pretty funny, but now that I look back, I mean, it's pretty depressing.
No, we never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his bed all neatly and then packed all his clothes in a suitcase. And then he walked out the door and I'm like, Russell, and he was like, what? And he's all happy. Has his sunglasses on. And I was like, we're not going to Disneyland. And he started crying.
That was not the reason you lost your room, but that was...
Well, the other reason is because I pointed a BB gun at his face.
Pointed a BB gun at his face and hung him on the basketball. It's not funny. Chad came home from Anasazi and
Russell was like, I want to try junking the basketball, and I lifted him up on the rim. And left him there. We shot 3 minutes, and he was just hanging on.
If you think it's funny, then that was 7 months ago. Maybe you need longer without a bedroom.
It was not fun. The bigger room in the basement was automatically his, and I didn't have a room.
But what you guys didn't know was Chad didn't get any room. He didn't get anything. He was sleeping on the floor in the family room, and he just got the bedroom back. He hasn't had a flip phone, a smartphone, any kind of phone, and it's been over a year. And I still have no intention of returning a phone. And you may never get the phone back.
Probably not.
Well, like, I don't have friends.
I don't have friends either.
I literally, like, told my friends I'm not hanging out with them anymore because they say some pretty messed up stuff.
We really do want them to have these things, and it's been so difficult to take a phone away, to take a bedroom away, to take iPads away, to take access away. Like, I feel bad.
So then what do you mean you have no intention of giving us them back?
I have no intention of giving you a phone back.
Yeah, like, it doesn't seem you like feel bad about that.
Oh, I haven't given it much thought.
All of the children have lost their cell phones for various crimes, and Ruby has installed a public family cell phone that sits in the family room where the children are allowed absolutely no privacy and know that every single move they make is monitored by Ruby. In a rare moment of kindness, Ruby broke down and got Chad a new phone. A flip phone.
She was like 15 in a few months.
Everybody my age has one.
But I'm not everyone's parent. So help me out here. Am I the only mom in the world who gets their kids a flip?
How do you work this stupid phone? How the
The only downside to giving your kids a flip phone is I swear I have to remember how to work it every time I go through it.
Ruby's latest classic Karen moment involves her blowing up at the school over the choice of music that they were using in a flash mob performance for the kids. Let's take a look at Ruby's own footage and see if she displays any traits that might seem similar to traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder.
I am so upset. I am so angry. I could scream. Oh. So I went in and I had an appointment with the principal. So she said, you know, what can I help you with today? And I said, I have a concern about the TikTok dances. And she said in the fall semester and in the spring semester, we need to have a performance. A flash mob is a great way to get it in. It's efficient. The kids love it. They have fun with it. And they are able to check off their performance for their grade. I said, my problem is the choice of songs. And she says, well, all the songs were approved by me. The teacher put together a list of songs and she gave them to me and I approved them. And I said, okay, so you approved this song.
A trait of NPD is an exaggerated or overly inflated sense of importance. The song was chosen by the teacher and approved by the principal, but it is not good enough.
That has all of these lyrics in it. And she says, well, we're not dancing to those lyrics. It's just a portion. And she says, I think it's really great because I actually really like it because Smiths used it in their commercial. It's part of pop culture. It's all over the place.
Love lower than low prices.
And I said, so your standard, what you allow in your school is pop culture? What the kids really like and what shows up in commercials, that's your standard? Yes, that's what if it's agreeable to the public at large, then it's okay in the school.
The school board has decided this is okay. People with traits of NPD will often strategically show off their superiority with an appearance of higher morality.
And I said, that's really disappointing. That is so disappointing because I would hope that the principal where my kids go to school, that the standard would be truth, that the standard would be principles, that the standard would be morality. And she says, well, what's moral for you isn't going to be moral for other parents.
The children were previously homeschooled. They begged her to put them in public school. The public school system has no mandate to teach LDS morality.
You know, you're complaining about this song, but I've got 30 other parents that just think it's wonderful. And I said, it's what's moral according to God. I said, I think if you put those lyrics out and told each parent what that song is, I think 100% of parents would agree that that's immoral.
When backed in a corner in a fight, people who show traits of NPD will often bolster their claims by adding in how many people or people of importance agree with them.
And she goes, well, yes, I agree. It's immoral too, but I'm only using this section. I said, do you hear the compartmentalizing? Do you hear that you're taking this immoral song and you're saying, but I'm going to take this section? And I said, even the section that's there is still seductive.
Love lower than low prices.
And lustful. I said, a 12-year-old, 13-year-old may not realize it, but you and I as women know that that's seductive.
Her morality seems malleable. It is well known that predators watch family channels for child content, and 8 Passengers videos were full of shots of the kids and of timestamps placed by these people, until comments were disabled, not by the parents, but by YouTube, as content marked safe for kids no longer allows comments.
And I'm looking at the assistant principal, who's a man, and he's just got his head down like this. And I'm like, you know what? I can see you're not open to hearing my feedback. And she says, well, you know, if Julie wants to get out of the class, I'm totally fine making adjustments. Whatever would make Julie feel comfortable, I'm open to doing. I will, if she doesn't want to participate, that's fine. And I said, you're missing the whole point of why I'm here. I am not here for anyone's comfort, including my daughter's. I'm not here to make her comfortable.
Narcissistic parents care more about their appearance to others than the children's feelings or comfort. Children are told they are a reflection of the parents and are always expected to make the parent look good.
Of course she can move classes, not because you said so, but because I said so. I'm the parent. And I can see that if I'm going to raise my children with people looking out for them, I will have to do it myself. I'm sorry to give you this update, and I'm telling you, if you're not watching out for for your kids, and if your kids are not talking to you, you're missing so much. You're missing it. And in the end, each of us will account to God for how we protected kids.
Ruby Franke, a former well-known mom influencer who once shared parenting advice on Instagram, has been arrested and is facing charges of 2 counts of aggravated child abuse in Utah. In addition to their YouTube channel, Franke and Hildebrand jointly managed the @MomsOfTruth Instagram account, which had garnered a following of over 340,000.
There is truth, and there is reality, and there's one truth. There's one reality. All of us are living in the reality.
According to Franke's profile on Hildebrand's Connections business website, Ruby Franke is a certified mental fitness trainer with Connections. She is a wife and mother to 6 wonderful children. She provides content on Connections' social media platforms and podcasts that focus on empowering parents and children to live in truth. Franke's eldest daughter, 20-year-old Sherry, made a statement on Instagram saying, "Hi all, today has been a big day. Me and my family are so glad justice is being served. We've been trying to tell the police and CPS for years about this, and so glad they finally decided to step up. Kids are safe, but there's a long road ahead. Please keep them in your prayers and also respect their privacy." In a press release issued by the Santa Clara Ivans Public Safety Department on Thursday, it was revealed that on August 30th, 2023, at approximately 10:50 a.m., a report was received concerning a juvenile seeking help.
Murphy said a 12-year-old male showed up with tape around his legs Thursday asking for help, said he was afraid asking for police. Therefore, he gave the name of Franke, unknown date of birth, or he did give us a date of birth, but I'm not showing any Lynn Spillman. I'll keep looking into that. The RP said he left through the porch of the neighbor's house. Stand for break 12x11 and 17 to 1014. The male does have duct tape around each ankle. He's not telling the RP why. And said that there's sores around his wrists and ankles. He's becoming, or correction, the RP is becoming emotional regarding the child's health. I'm going to go ahead and have medical stage on this one. 17, sorry. The RP said that he left from a neighbor's of Jody Hildebrand in Ivans, 54-year-old female. Not sure if they're related. When asking the RP's parents info, he said his mom is Ruby Franke, unknown where she lives. He's also saying that there's 2 of his sisters are back at the home as well.
Do you have an address for that, Jody?
One Alpha, can you copy a welfare check?
The caller reported that the juvenile appeared severely undernourished and malnourished, with visible open wounds and duct tape wrapped around their arms and legs. The juvenile was desperately seeking food and water. Following the issuance of a search warrant for the residents involved, 4 children were taken into custody of the Department of Child and Family Services, according to Santa Clara Ivans Public Safety Department. Ruby Franke, alongside her business partner Jody Hildebrand, were both arrested in connection with this incident. The release emphasized that due to the sensitive nature of the case, no further details were being released. 2 of the children were in such dire physical condition due to malnourishment that they had to be transported to a hospital for immediate medical treatment. Both Franke and Hildebrand did not provide an immediate response to requests for comment. They have been subsequently booked by the Washington County Sheriff's Office, and they are now facing charges of 2 counts of aggravated child abuse, intentionally or knowingly. This channel has been following Ruby Franke and her escapades for quite a while now, and I am personally so happy to see that hopefully some justice has finally been done, and those beautiful, intelligent, funny, creative children can finally have some life back. Thank you so much for joining me and Rio at this look back at Ruby Franke and an update on her arrest. I suppose in an equitable world, she would get treated in jail as well as she treated her own children. Thank you so much for joining me and Rio. If you liked the video, please click like, leave a comment, subscribe. Maybe grab a membership so you can get in the Discord where we have all kinds of fun. And until we meet again, please be kind and hasta luego.